Yes, and yes, we're back again with another banger. We're going to get into a different type of video today. We're going to break down this situation. I think O'Shea reported on this. Richard Tumwine or Timwini out of Uganda spoke out about an agreement he had with a woman he was dating to marry him if I think she was a teacher, and she wanted to go to law school, and she wanted him to finance her education, which he did. And he just sued her for reimbursement. And I don't think he got the full reimbursement for what he paid, but we're going to get into the dynamics as to how he was victimized and why this scenario took place. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. When you come in, hit that notification bell. What I'm going to get into is that this Ugandan man who had this agreement with this woman was taken advantage of because women know how to speak. She basically was a teacher, and she noticed that, well, teachers don't make as much. When you look at the teacher salary, even here in the U.S., you look at the teacher to attorney ratio, you may be looking at somewhat of $100,000, if not a couple of $100,000 gap. Because social media has infected most of the world, if not all of it, you may have maybe less than 10% of the world that's not impacted and has not been hit with the consumption or the materialistic demon. She basically stated that she wasn't happy, that wasn't her passion, that she wanted to go get she wanted to get into a more lucrative career field. But she did not have the finances which she earned from teaching to do so, to finance it herself. So she played as if she was in love or that she was romantically invested into this man, which she was able to extract his resources because they had an agreement that once she completed law school, in which she did, they would get married. So this woman declined marrying him after she completed school and basically said, well, I don't want to marry you. So he had to take her to court. But he was more, I would say, riddled with the fact that, why does this woman want to marry me after she dated me and I financed her education? This is what I would like to call stepping stone relationships. In a lot of cases, fellas, you meet women and you get into relationships. A lot of you think because you have this certain charm, look, some of that plays a factor, but most of the time it is because where they are in their socioeconomic ranking or status. Well, because if you look at a lot of women now, they say, I seen one woman on Facebook say none of her exes are her type. So none of the guys that she laid down with and had sex and did all of these things with, ate dinner, had certain emotional moments with, now, because she feels that she's better than them or they have regressed from either a physical standpoint, a financial standpoint, etc., she now feels superior to them because she maintained her looks, or she's getting a certain level of validation to where she thinks her looks are still up to a certain standard. This is why they love social media. If you take social media from a woman in today's day and age, she may delete herself. She may self-delete, because she won't have access to that validation. I did videos and I did a write-up on this years ago, and I stated that social media is the digital boyfriend of the modern day woman. Social media is a digitized boyfriend or significant other. They can go and get whatever validation, attention, affection that they would like. They set even sexual encounters. They're setting all of this up via social media. So when you meet these women, you must look at what they do, not what they say. The mere fact that you even had to make an agreement, because again, this man is in Uganda, so he may think that the Ugandan women or the African women in that area still maintains or holds a traditional, male-led mentality. She has a certain level of femininity that she's going to submit, and she's going to be honorable when she states she's going to do something. No. Most of these women are liars, especially in the West. So I want you to take that lesson and magnify that times 5 to where you are here in the U.S. These women, look at every law that the Bible writes. Just ask a woman, are you a Christian? She's going to say, yeah. Sometimes now you're seeing them sway the fence. Well, not really. Not really. Ask the modern woman when it's the last time she went to church. Just ask them and see what they say. More likely, they're going to hesitate, and then they're going to come up with they say a couple of weeks ago, they're lying. The woman has no regret or no reservations about lying. I mean, they get up and put on a wig, put on lashes, they make themselves up to look like a lie every day, unconsciously, without hesitation. So what makes you think she feels any type of remorse or have a guilty conscience about lying to you, about lying about how she feels about you, lying about her wanting to be with you? She does not. She's only with you because you're a stepping stone to where she can corral and you're the stepping stone to where she can fertilize her next situationship. Because she's going to look at what she got from you and say, well, I want something different. And this is why normally when a woman cheats, the guy she cheats with or the next one she gets into a situation with looks totally opposite than what you look like. You notice that? You look at a woman and her significant other, if you're the side guy, if you've been the side guy, you're totally opposite of the guy she's currently with from just a purely aesthetic. We're not even getting to the personality. But just from a pure aesthetic standpoint, you're a totally different person. These women are using men as stepping stones to get their finances in order. You got women that go on dates every day simply so they won't have to buy groceries. You look at the economic restraint that we have now, such as this recession, women are going to get more desperate and less, I would say, accountable, or should I say less more they're going to have less morals than what they had prior to, because it's all about survival. If you catch a woman in survival mode where finances get tight, there is nothing that she will not do or say to make ends meet or to get something that she wants from a materialistic standpoint. And I'll say that again. When it gets hard financially for a woman, there is nothing that she won't do or say or fake, no matter how long she has to fake it to get over that hump. She's still going to portray and act as if everything is okay. Just look at her social media. She hasn't taken any breaks. She may take a 2-day break, a week, something like that, but she's never going to take a break more than 30 days. In most cases, you're talking 7 to 8 out of 10 women, then they can't go more than a week without being on social media. They can't go more than a week without being on social media. And they fake like they have these businesses or they're content creators. Now they're digital creators on Facebook. They're posting to get paid, knowing that you're not getting paid. How can everyone go viral on social media? What doesn't that take away from the uniqueness or the value or the content perception of it being viral if everyone can do it and get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars off of it? How can everyone go viral and become a digital creator? Because they had one good post that got 100 likes or 100 shares or, a couple hundred comments. Now you all of a sudden a digital creator. So they're going to come up with these roundabout excuses as to why they belong on social media every day doing nonsense. And they'll say things like, don't take what I say serious. Don't take what I post on social media serious. That's not me. Yes, indeed, it is you. Because what's in your mind is going to either come out of your mouth or come out of your ass. One of the two is going to come out one way or the other. But take this lesson. This man, Richard Tumwine from Uganda, really thought that this woman was going to marry him. If that was the case, why wouldn't she just marry him outright? Why was the stipulation that he had to pay and she had to finish school first? See, what she did was use the reverse psychology, would say, well, if I marry you now, I won't be able to focus on you because I'm going to still be in school. So she used that position against him. When he said, well, okay, yeah, that does make sense. So I'll go ahead and pay for your education. And when you're done, we'll just get married. If she truly wanted to marry him, she would be able to multitask. Aren't these women multitasking now? Aren't a lot of these boss babes and the serial entrepreneurs, aren't they also single mothers? So isn't that a form of multitasking? So if she was truly going to marry him or invested in him in that way, why would it take for her to complete law school or take for him to finish paying her law school education for her to marry him? You were a stepping stone. Women go through this. This is why a lot of women, they try to look at you as if you're less than them when they move on, because they think in their mind, because they got something new, they got something better. But all you have to do is stay patient. Do not engage in the subliminals. Do not engage in the looks, the mean mugs. You stay down. You stay true to who you are. You let her make a fool of herself, because she'll pay. She'll be the one that pays in the end, because the Most High knows that the guy she's using now is a disingenuous union. The intention is disingenuous. She's just using him. And we're looking at these reports, as I state in many of my videos. If you dig one grave, you might as well dig two, because you're playing on these men that you think you're smarter than or better than, or they can't do any better, so you can do and ask for things that you know you don't deserve, and think these men are just going to give it willingly. And then they get fed up, or they catch you in your own tricks, and it's bye-bye. And now it's all the sad posts and all the sadness, right? But because they're going to lock him up expeditiously, they won't get his side of the story to really hear what caused him to do what he did. But again, fellas, a lot of these women that you're with right now, the moment they can do better than you, they will do better than you. They will sabotage the relationship and exit. They will hit the eject button. Because in a lot of cases, the one you're with now is the best that you can do. This is why I tell you guys to focus on yourself, invest in yourself, your fitness, your mental state, your spiritual state. Invest in all of that. Because once you rise to a certain level, it's just certain things that you will not tolerate or accept when it comes to picking a mate, especially your woman. You will pick the best and require the best because you are the best. But you guys let me know what you think about this video. Like, comment, subscribe. It's the Date Master.